Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're looking at something really important, I think, how to truly connect with highly sensitive children, and especially how play fits into that. Okay, let's unpack this fascinating topic.
Absolutely. And when we talk about highly sensitive children or HSCs, what we
Mhm.
really mean for anyone listening is these are the kids who just seem to feel everything so deeply.
Right.
They notice tiny changes, maybe startle easily. Sometimes it feels like they just soak in emotions like a sponge, you know?
Like little emotional barometers.
Exactly. And they often get labeled maybe too sensitive or too emotional. But the thing is, research actually shows this isn't a flaw. It's more like a unique wiring sensory processing sensitivity, or SPS.
Okay.
And this wiring, well, it makes them incredibly empathetic, often really creative, very intuitive. They just process the world more deeply.
That depth is definitely a strength. But the flip side is, like you said, they can get overwhelmed more easily.
That's the challenge, yes. Especially by things like noise, big crowds, or really intense emotions, whether their own or others. Their systems just get overloaded faster.
So if they're naturally tuned in so high, how do we actually meet them there? How do we connect without adding to the overwhelm?
Well, that's where play comes in. It's so crucial because play isn't just fun for kids. I mean, it is, but it's also how they communicate best.
It's their language.
It really is. It's how they process feelings, make sense of the world, and importantly, how they build that connection with us. So our mission today is really to explore some simple, heartfelt ways to use play as that bridge, to understand and bond with these wonderful, sensitive kids.
Okay, so let's get into it. Where does this bridge building start in playtime? Here's where it gets really interesting.
Well, the first key insight, and it sounds simple, but it's profound. Let them lead.
Let them lead. Okay.
Yes, sensitive kids, they feel safest when they're not being rushed or pushed or overly directed. So in playtime, just letting them take the reins, follow their ideas, their pace, even if the story makes no sense to you or the game seems incredibly slow, it's crucial.
Right, so it might look like stacking the same blocks and knocking them over 20 times.
Exactly.
Or maybe lining up dinosaurs for ages.
That's it. But if they're into it, if that's their focus, by following along, you're sending this powerful nonverbal message. What matters to you matters to me.
Ah, okay, so it's not just about the activity itself.
Not at all. It's about attunement. It's about showing them you see them, you respect their world, and that attunement, it builds trust. And for sensitive children, trust is everything. It's the foundation.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Trust is the bedrock.
Yeah.
So once we're trying to build that trust by letting them lead, what kind of play actually helps? Does the type of play matter?
It really does. That's our second insight. Choose calming, open-ended play.
Calming and open-ended, like what?
Think about activities with softer textures, maybe quiet water play, simple dolls or figures, clay, drawing, building things that don't have a fixed outcome.
Got it. Not necessarily the loud, flashy electronic toys or super competitive games.
Right. Those can sometimes be too much, too stimulating. These calmer activities, they actually help HSCs feel grounded and safe. They offer gentle sensory input.
And I guess it underlines that you don't always need loud games or highly structured activities. Sometimes, a simple cardboard box. That can be anything.
Oh, absolutely. A spaceship, a secret cave, a house.
Quiet little world.
Exactly. And that kind of open-ended play, it gives them the space to express what's going on inside, maybe through the stories they create or the pictures they draw, without having to talk about it directly if they don't want to. It's safer.
That feels really important, letting them express without pressure. Okay, so we let them lead. We choose calming play. What about us? How should we show up?
That leads perfectly to tip number 3. Be a safe presence, not a performance.
Not a performance. Tell me more about that.
Well, highly sensitive kids, they often don't need us to be super high energy or constantly entertaining them. In fact, that can sometimes feel overwhelming, like pressure.
Right, like you have to keep up.
Exactly. Instead, what they really crave is being with them, calmly.
So you don't even need to say much sometimes.
Often, no. Just sitting beside them while they build a puzzle or color quietly. Just being there sends that message. I'm here. You matter. I enjoy just being with you. It's incredibly powerful.
That quiet validation, I see you and I'm here.
Precisely. And that calm presence then opens the door for another really powerful use of play, which is a tip number 4. Using play to actually help them process big feelings.
Ah, okay. So how does that work in practice? Give me an example.
Okay, so let's say your child is scared of the dark. Instead of just talking about it, which might feel too direct or scary, You could act out a little story. Maybe a favorite stuffed animal feels afraid of a shadow, and then another animal character comes and comforts them, perhaps shows them it's just a friendly shadow.
Oh, I see. Using characters as stand-ins.
Exactly. Or maybe you reenact a frustrating day using figurines. You could say something like, oh no, look, Bear wanted to go outside, but it started raining. Bear felt so mad. Grr, what did Bear do?
So you're narrating the feeling, giving it a name, but through the toy.
Yes, it lets your child explore those tricky feelings, anger, fear, frustration at a safe distance, through the characters. It's much softer, less confronting, and honestly, incredibly healing sometimes.
That makes a lot of sense. It externalizes it. Okay, so play can help process emotions.
Mm.
What about their sensory sensitivities during play? How do we handle that?
Great question. That's tip number 5. Respect their sensory needs during play, because HSCs often have heightened senses. Things we might not even notice can be really intense for them.
Like loud music, maybe.
Or bright flashing lights on a toy, or even certain textures like gooey slime or sticky finger paint. It might genuinely feel unpleasant or overwhelming.
Okay, so what do we do?
The key is to offer choices, not pressure. Always.
So if they pull back from the finger paints,
You don't push. You could just say, maybe finger painting doesn't feel good today. How about we try crayons instead? Or maybe just watch for a bit.
or if they're playing tag outside and suddenly say, I need a break.
You honor that. You don't question it or push them to keep going. You say, okay, let's take a break.
So it's about validating their experience.
Exactly. And you're not just avoiding things, you're actually helping them learn vital self-awareness. They learn to recognize what their body needs to feel okay, to feel regulated. That's a huge life skill.
That's so important, teaching self-awareness, not avoidance.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're doing all this. How do we know when we're really, truly connecting? Are there signs?
Yes, definitely. Tip number 6 is watch for the connection moments.
Connection moments.
Yeah.
What are those?
They're often really small, subtle things, those tiny flashes. Like maybe your child looks up from their play, catches your eye, and gives you a little smile.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe you notice their body just relaxes, their shoulders drop while you're playing quietly together, or they lean into you slightly.
Those little nonverbal cues.
Exactly. They're not always big, dramatic moments. But when you see them, that's when you know you're in sync. You're truly connecting.
You're not just playing alongside them, you're really with them.
Yes. And you're building something incredibly important. A bond, a sense of safety and being seen that they'll carry with them for life.
That's beautiful. Okay, this leads us, I think, to the final, maybe most important point.
I think so. It's sort of the umbrella over everything else. Tip number 7 is let play be enough.
Let play be enough,
Meaning, resist the urge to feel like you need to fix your child's sensitivity. It's not a flaw. It's not something broken that needs correcting. It's just part of who they are, a fundamental part.
right. It's easy to fall into that trap of thinking, how can I make them less sensitive?
It is, but through all these ways of playing, letting them lead, being calm, respecting their needs, what we're really showing them deeply is you are loved exactly as you are.
Mm.
You don't have to be louder or tougher or different to belong. You're enough, right now, just as you are. That message, conveyed through play, that's maybe the most powerful gift we can give them, unconditional acceptance.
Wow, that really lands. So it's not about big, elaborate plans. It could be just 5 minutes of gentle, child-led play before bed.
Absolutely.
Or maybe a quiet Saturday morning just building Lego villages together where
Yeah.
you're just there, present.
Those moments. Those are the moments where the connection really deepens, where that trust grows. It seems simple, but it's profound work happening. You're
Yeah.
literally helping build neurological pathways for trust and resilience.
Yeah. It's powerful stuff hidden in simple moments.
It really is. And remember, sensitive children aren't too much.
Yeah.
They're just deeply tuned in, experiencing the world in, high definition.
I love that. Deeply tuned in. So maybe the final thought for everyone listening is this. What kind of magic could you create? What could transform in your relationship if you really lean into meeting your child with that presence, that patience, and the simple accepting power of play?
What connection moments are just waiting there to be noticed?
Something to really reflect on. Thanks for exploring this with us today.